the frozen forehead, so I actually can't move my eyebrows, which I love.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grimm. Today we're meeting a woman that has apparently had over 100 plus surgeries in order to look like a real-life Barbie doll. So this should be very pleasantly terrifying and quite fun to see. Keep watching until the end to see just how far she's taken this obsession. And without further ado, let's just meet her, shall we?
I love looking plastic fantastic. I love the aesthetic of Barbie. It's inspirational to everyone, no matter where you come from.
Okay, well that was a terrifying first shot. I'm guessing she was trying to pose like a Barbie doll here, but it is really not a sight I'd like to see. I know that now next time I have sleep paralysis, this is probably going to be my sleep paralysis monster. Like, I'm not going to be able to move and she's just going to be standing there in the corner haunting me with this exact pose. Oh, that's nightmare fuel right there if you think about it. I love the term plastic fantastic too. I wonder if she coined that or if that's a Barbie quote. You know, I'm not too into the whole Barbie ethos, so I don't know if that's a trademark quote, but I like that term. But in her eyes, that is like the ideal look, and I'm not bashing her look. If she wants to do this, I have no control over how she spends her money or lives her life, but to me and probably the rest of the world, it's a little bit overboard.
I try not to leave the house without a Barbie jacket on, so these are the main ones I'm wearing now. My bed obviously is pink, and Barbie mixes pink and purple. She calls it pink and perp.
Bro, she's straight up dripping. If anyone out here dislikes the color pink, by the way, this is gonna be a terrible video for you. Like, this woman has let that color take over her entire life. How would you not get a headache from this either? Like, I don't care the color. If everything's the same, that would just drive me crazy. I guess this is her dream room though, and it legit does look like something that you would see out of a Barbie dollhouse. Like, they're all this obnoxious color scheme. I grew up with two sisters and I know exactly how that is. I used to be surrounded by pink and it gives me nightmares still to this day.
I'm 100% addicted to getting surgery to look like Barbie.
Okay, what is this unsettling song they're using right now? Barcroft editors, you guys are on one, bro. Like, they're always clowning on people with just the music alone. Here she is showing off this unsettling room full of old Barbie merch and memorabilia, and you have the freaking soundtrack to a horror film playing in the background. I don't know why, but I just love that so much.
I can't see any time I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna continue till I'm 80.
Bro, you're pretty close to looking like a plastic doll already at this point. I think you should find a point to just stop at because, I don't know, like the other people I have covered on this channel that are kind of too into plastic surgery, it definitely becomes unsafe at some point. I mean, you shouldn't be like 50% silicone in your face. That's just not normal. But if you look at her face, that's probably a generous amount to give. Like, she can barely show emotion. I bet you it's more than 50%. I get that that's the aesthetic she's going for. But seriously, it would benefit her to probably slow down or stop soon since she's got the look that she wanted and is still okay. So, I mean, I keep going, you know?
I'm really excited growing old because the older we get, the more procedures are invented to look younger, to look fresher.
Wow, I will say for 50 years old, she's obviously very into fitness and keeping into, you know, that Barbie figure shape. I knew that she was older, but I didn't expect her to be almost 50. Like, that's insane. I'm surprised she just said that she's excited to grow older too. I mean, I figured someone who is so obsessed with looking like an unreal beauty standard doll would be also obsessed with stopping aging and not aging at all, which I guess she kind of is with this plastic surgery. But if she could turn into a vampire, she probably would at this point. And she's apparently accepting aging with open arms and sees it as a challenge or something to try to like combat, so I guess that's kind of cool.
Obviously it's an older house, it's 100 years old, so it's a vintage chic Barbie. I painted everything myself with my own hands.
Yeah, dude, she's definitely dedicated. I will not deny her that. She went out and painted every single piece of her furniture in her house to be bright pink and probably looked for stuff that you would see in a miniature Barbie dream house. This is like doll collecting on a whole new level. Like, she's just taking it above and beyond what anyone else needed to do.
When I wake up in the morning and I don't have my lashes or my contouring on, I try to quickly put my makeup on because I don't really want to look in the mirror.
See, you guys, this is the sad side of these people that get insane amounts of plastic surgery. There's just such an issue with themselves and their own image. Like, this woman said she can't even stand to see herself in the mirror without makeup on. That is so heartbreaking, dude. Like, imagine not being able to face yourself in the mirror like that and having to just spend hours on your makeup, or I guess for her, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes. It's pretty common among these types of people to have image issues, but I mean, hers just seemed to have progressed to a really bad state, which is scary because that means that she's just going to go further and further with this stuff until it becomes super dangerous.
I've been through depression and I went to therapy for it. After overcoming different challenges, I do feel like I've rebirthed as Barbie.
Well, it sounds like this woman has gone through some dark times, and Barbie, or her obsession with Barbie dolls, has helped her out quite a bit, which is very nice. Obviously, like anything that can help people through dark times in their lives is very good and like therapeutic, but it's a tough line she's towing here because I really want to be happy for her, but also I don't want to like endorse what she's doing because it is pretty dangerous and should not be replicated by any means. Aren't Barbie dolls known by everyone to be like super unrealistic as well? Like that's everyone's idea of a Barbie doll, is that she's just a doll and no real humans look like that. But to this woman, that's apparently the gold standard of beauty and she just needs to replicate it.
To date, I've spent $35,000. I've had every inch of my face injected.
Yo, so I just put that in the Google converter or whatever, and that's like $45,000 US on surgery. That is absolutely nutty. Like, I know it's probably been over a span of a lot of years, but still, she could have gotten a nice sports car for that. But obviously, this whole restructuring of her face was much more important. One thing I will give to her is that she does look a bit more natural than the other super plastic people I've shown on this channel, if that's at all possible. Like, I feel like without the massive lips she has, she could almost pull off looking normal, but like still not quite.
I've got the frozen forehead, so I actually can't move my eyebrows, which I love.
Okay, this is insane. This is the first person I've ever seen who legit can't move their forehead at all because of plastic surgery, and that actually loves the aspect of that. I mean, I really think she wants to be a plastic doll. Like, the less human and normal she is, the happier she is. I don't know, I don't think I'd be very hype on not being able to move my forehead. That would kind of stress me out. You know, how else am I able to throw shade at people subtly if I can't lift my eyebrows in a disapproving manner? Because that's pretty much what I'm doing anytime I interact with people in public.
I've got my friend Naomi coming over today. She's going to help me pick out some outfits for a photo shoot. I call her my brunette Barbie bestie.
So now she's getting ready for a massive photo shoot with her friend, and these fits are going absolutely crazy, bro. Like, someone get this woman on Grailed or on the Streetwear subreddit or something. I am kind of mad low-key that her friend said no on the cheetah print and pink. That's like the perfect level of obnoxious, and I was really excited to see someone try to pull that off for a big photo shoot, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to see that today, sadly.
So guys, real quick, I have a super fast challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
If Barbie gets on the tube in the rush hour, people are going to be like, oh my god, okay. And I used to be a bit uncomfortable, but now I just smile.
Yeah, I was sitting here wondering how people react because, I mean, you see her in public wearing an insane amount of pink, and there's just no way she isn't stealing everyone's attention away. I don't know, maybe because I'm ugly, but I don't really like the feeling of other people looking at me or even recognizing that I exist in public because I don't like talking to people, so this is like my worst nightmare. For her, though, that's just part of it, and I mean, you don't go out and spend $45K on 100 plus surgeries to not get constantly looked at by people, right? I mean, you're kind of wanting the attention at that point.
I come alive in front of the camera. I'm very comfortable. Oh, I feel like a ballerina.
I love this editing. She's bragging about how comfortable she is in front of the camera, and it just cuts to her doing another freaking terrifying pose. I guess a lot of her poses are supposed to look like fake and lifeless, like an actual Barbie would if it were life-size. And I mean, it's kind of a cool aesthetic, honestly. Like, I can at least appreciate how down to a T she has this whole doll thing figured out.
Are you still keeping the glasses?
Yeah, just for a bit, because that's a signature. If you take them off, it loses the Barbie, you see. The vacant look, do you think it's vacant enough?
Everyone knows Barbie always wears her shades. Come on, why are you questioning the Barbie queen right now? She's mid-photo shoot and she needs to be focused and concentrated on these terrifying looking poses, okay? Back off. Also, I love that she just turns to the photo person and is like, do I look lifeless enough? Are my eyes vacant enough? I want to look like a real doll. Like, she is so dedicated to just not looking like a normal human at all in these photos. Also, how much money does this woman have? Like, this looks like a very nice studio she's rented. Is she just out here doing photo shoots all the time? I do gotta say, I'm really getting sleep paralysis monster vibes again from these photos. Like, I was joking about it earlier, but I really do think this is gonna be implanted in my brain, and the next time I do get sleep paralysis, this lady is going to be standing there waiting to haunt my dreams. Alright, so now she just hit up this dude in London to get her 50th lip filler put in. Not really 50th, it might even be more than that. And she gets it done and almost cries of happiness when she holds up the mirror and sees herself with her new insane lips. It looks like she literally just did the Kylie Jenner challenge like for a bit too long to where it was unhealthy. It is so sad to me that she can't even stand to see herself in the mirror without makeup for too long. Yet as soon as she saw her insane new lips that anyone else would scoff at and be like, whoa, too much, she almost cries of happiness. Like, how mixed up is her image of herself, dude? That is what ultimately this all comes down to. And I mean, this was a fun video to react to, and I truly don't mean any shade towards this woman. Like, she does have this aesthetic down. I said that earlier. She's very good at living this Barbie lifestyle, and I mean, for someone who's trying to look like a doll, she's pulling it off pretty well, and I can respect that because it's interesting and different, and you know, all that. But guys and gals, please don't be like this woman if you are thinking about it. Like, you're fine the way you are. Aging is normal, so are small imperfections in your face. Plus, like I've said in earlier videos, it's not really the safest thing to do. But I digress, guys. I'm gonna stop being a parent here. Let me know what you guys thought of this woman down in the comments below. Also, sorry for the lack of Dr. Phil videos. He hasn't been posting any content during winter break. Anyways, that about does it for today's video, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.